You probably know how to create basic Laravel applications, but do you know how to deploy it in a production environment with a custom domain? This is exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. We're going to get the hosting, connect to the hosting server using SSH, clone an existing Laravel project, create MySQL database and configure it, run all the necessary commands we need, and finally, we're going to make Laravel example application up and running on a custom domain with SSL certificate. Hello everyone, my name is Ura and I am the Codeholic. On this channel I share my 10 plus years of experience working as a professional software developer. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Previously, I have used many different types of hosting services. Shared hosting, VPS hosting, cloud hosting, all of them have their advantages but disadvantages as well. On VPS, you get all the control you need on your servers, but it's a little bit expensive and you have to do a lot of work. You have to set up your server, PHP version, MySQL, and everything you might need. Cloud hosting is excellent for large projects. It costs much more than shared hosting, but you get also more CPU and RAM and more server resources. Shared hosting, in my opinion, is the perfect one for small and medium-sized projects. Well, I'm using shared hosting for like past 2 years and I didn't have any problem on my website so far. So if you are not doing something which should serve thousands of people, premium shared hosting will probably be enough for you. My preferred choice of hosting provider is Hostinger. Let's go to the website hostinger.com/thecodeholic. So we immediately see the deal, which is only for Black Friday. Let's click claim deal and let's have a very quick look what we're going to get in this price. So we have possibility to deploy up to 100 websites. We get 100 GB of SSD storage. We get free email, unlimited databases and bandwidth. We get unlimited SSL. Down below, we have the free domain, which by itself costs $10, and that is included for the first year. Down below we have 99.9% uptime, and if you are not happy with their services, you can get your money back in 30 days. I think it definitely worth to try. Okay, let's click add to cart. So here we have possibility to choose 1 month, 12, 24 or 48 months. The longer period you choose, more saving you are making. And let's scroll down below. You have to sign up with your email or Facebook or Google. And down below, right here, make sure you provide the coupon code, the Codeholic. Let's click apply and it's going to give you additional 10% discount. And pay attention, if you purchase this for 4 years, you are making insane amount of discount. However, the domain is included for the first year only. So then you provide your credit card information, click the submit secure payment, and then we'll be redirected to the H panel. And I'm going to meet you right there. Once you register at Hostinger and log in, you will see the following page. Now we have to set up our premium shared hosting. Let's click start now. I'm going to skip this section. I'm going to skip this one because I'm going to create an empty website. Now, we're going to claim our free domain. So I'm going to click right here and we have to provide the domain name. I'm going to type Laravel example and choose .com. Let's click search. That's a perfect domain and it's available. Let's click continue. Here we can choose the server location and we have several options. You should probably choose a location which is close to you or close to potential visitors of your website. I'm going to click Finish Setup. At this stage, we have to provide a profile for our domain. I'm going to use my existing profile. If you're new to Hostinger, you should probably click Add New Profile and fill up the information. I'm going to click Finish Registration. It will take a minute to set up the SSL and domain, and now we have the website ready. Let's open new tab and type laravelexample.com. This is the default template for every new website on premium shared hosting. Pay attention that we don't have SSL certificate yet. We have to install SSL certificate, which is as easy as just clicking few buttons. Under control panel, let's click manage site. This will open H panel for our website. From here, we have possibility to create business email address, go to the domains and create subdomain. Under files, we have possibility to access to the file manager or FTP accounts. We can create MySQL databases, and under advanced, we have possibility to configure DNS or PHP or set up cron jobs. We even have access using SSH and Git and finally SSL. Let's click on the SSL. As we see at the moment, the status of the SSL is failed. Let's scroll on the right side, click on this three dot and click reinstall. After a few seconds, just reload the page and you're going to see status active. And if we go on our website and reload, we're going to see laravelexample.com under SSL. Now, let's install Laravel application. Before we install anything, let's go under Advanced and PHP configuration. From here, we can change the PHP version, manage our PHP extensions, or configure a couple of PHP options. At the moment, I'm going to switch to the latest PHP version, 8.1, and hit update. Now, since we have the latest PHP version, we can already create a Laravel project. Let's go in the Hostinger Edge panel, go under Advanced and click SSH Access. By default, SSH access is blocked, so we have to click Enable right here. We can log into SSH with two methods, using password or public-private keys. If you already have public key, just click the button right here, provide your SSH public key, give it a name, and click Add. For simplicity in this video, I'm going to log in with the password. First of all, let's change the password. Make sure your password is something very unique and secure. If you have any terminal that supports SSH, copy the following command and run in your terminal. If you don't have a terminal which supports SSH, I recommend to download PuTTY, which is a very good SSH client. Inside PuTTY, right here, we have to provide IP address, we have to provide port, and let's just click open. On the very first connection, it's going to give us this security alert. You have to accept this. Then PuTTY will ask what is the login. Inside login, we have to provide username. Inside the password, we have to provide our password. Now, we are on our hosting server. Let's have a look at the files and the folders. Right here, we have public HTML folder, which is a symbolic link on domains laravelexample.com public HTML folder. And the default content, what we see in the browser when we type laravelexample.com, is coming from this public HTML. Basically, I'm going to remove this public HTML. Now, we don't have this anymore. I'm going to navigate under domains. And here we have laravelexample.com. I'm going to completely delete laravelexample.com folder and create a new one, which is going to be Laravel project. As soon as I delete this and check in the browser, we will see our website is now broken. Now, let's go in the terminal and create new Laravel project using Composer. Let's type composer -- version. At the moment, while I'm recording this, Hostinger Premium Shared Hosting servers support Composer version 1. It's recommended to switch to version 2 for Laravel projects. So I'm going to install a local Composer, which will be version 2. In the Google, let's just type Composer version 2. And click on the link to download Composer latest. Let's copy the following fragment, go in our terminal and paste. Let's hit the enter. Now let's clear up everything and have a look. Here we have Composer far, which now is Composer version 2. So in fact, if I execute php composer far -- version, that's going to give me version 2. If you want to create a fresh new Laravel project, run php composer far create project laravel/laravel space and laravelexample.com. Make sure right here you give the exact same name, folder name, whatever you gave to your domain. This will create a very latest Laravel application, but in most cases, we already have a ready project and we want to clone that project right here. Here I have a brand new Laravel project. I'm going to click code, go to the HTTPS and copy the following URL. Then go in my terminal and run git clone, paste the following URL, then space, and I'm going to specify again the exact same folder name, whatever I gave to the domain, laravel-example.com. Let's hit the enter. Now, I want to navigate inside the project and run Composer install. However, every time I run Composer, it's going to give me the version 1. I don't want to use version 1. So every time I will need Composer, I'm going to run php composer far and then the Composer command. I have the Composer far right here in this domains folder, and the domains folder is under my home folder. To make the Composer far easily accessible from anywhere, I'm going to move it in my home folder. Move Composer far under my home folder / hit the enter. Now I don't have Composer far right here. However, if I navigate into my home folder, I have Composer far right here. Now let's navigate under domains, under my project, and we're going to run Composer install. php my home folder / composer far install. Hit the enter. After composer install, there are two things to do. First, we have to create .env file, and I'm going to copy an existing env example into .env. If I type ls-la, I will see .env file right here. Next is to generate key. We're going to run php artisan key : generate --ansi. Hit the enter, and application key set successfully. If your application uses storage, then you might need to run php artisan storage : link, which will create a symbolic link inside public storage folder. Now let's clear up everything and list files and folders. We have almost everything ready. The most important thing is to create public HTML symbolic link, which will be a link to the public folder. Let's run ln-s. I want to map public folder into public_HTML. The public HTML folder is looked by hostinger, so it must exist. I'm going to hit the enter, and let's again type ls-la to have a look, and we have public HTML. Now, if we check our domain, we're going to see Laravel application up and running. Now, let's create database and run migrations. Let's go in the H panel and search for database. Click on MySQL Databases. Let's specify right here database name, username, and some secure password, and click create. The database was successfully created, and we can see it right here. From here, we can click to enter into phpMyAdmin and create some tables, whatever we want. But in this case, we're going to run migrations. So I'm going to go in the terminal and open .env file. I'm going to use vim for this. vim.env. Let's type I to go in the insert mode, and let's change database, which is going to be my database name. Let's specify username and my password I gave when I was creating the database. Now I'm going to hit escape, W and Q to write and quit from this. And now I can already run migrations by running php artisan migrate. If you see successful message that every migration was successfully created, congratulations, your connection to the database was successfully made. On our website, if we just reload, nothing really changes because our homepage doesn't use connection to the database, but you know that you have access to the database. Not you, but your website has access to the database. Alright guys, that's it for this video, and I hope you like it. Make sure you check the link hostinger.com/thecodeholic. And if you decide to get the premium shared hosting, use the coupon code thecodeholic as well, which will give you additional 10% discount. If the video is helpful, make sure you hit the like button and help the channel to grow. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time.